Boy, an eventful year indeed. And with the global economy showing little sign of recovery, some of the protests we saw in 2011 look set to carry into 2012. In Greece, protesters took to the streets battling riot police throughout the year as the government pushed through tough austerity measures. Spanish protesters, fed up with Europe's highest unemployment rate, turned their street protest into a long sit-in. And in the United States, the Occupy Wall Street movement tapped into growing anger at corporate greed. With us now to talk about Occupy Wall Street is Todd Gitlin. Todd is a professor of journalism and sociology at Columbia University in New York. Good to talk to you, sir. So remind us again, if you would, what the Occupy Wall Street movement there in the States was all about. Do we have it right? Was it about anger at corporate greed?
It's anger at the impunity with which the wealthy walked away from the consequences for having brought down the world economy. It's anger at a system of inequality that's become entrenched and normal. There's a long tradition here of a collective wish for a system which is more humane, for a system which is gentler, a system which is more accommodating to human desire and not so bound to the cascades of profit, which are the dominant force in the world.
So, Todd, let me get your reaction to the description of the U.S. Occupy movement that was offered by a libertarian economist by the name of Clark Judd.
They tend to be upper middle class people. There are some people, of course, who are not, but the examinations of them, they tend to be pretty affluent. They have political views that you'd expect. And in the United States, while they strike some chord because they're speaking to a general concern about the economy, they themselves, in their behavior, in their various encampments and the like, have turned off the public.
So Clark Judge described the movement as made up of affluent lefties who turned off the public, who lost the public's respect. What do you think?
It's nonsense. First of all, there's no evidence whatsoever. There are no polls on the social makeup of the demonstrators. I can tell you, having been around them a lot, that a great number of them are not affluent at all. They're actually, some of them are kids who've gone to college and have no jobs, or they're saddled with debt. Some of them are homeless people. Some of them are people who are dispossessed. But anyway, we don't have hard data. The Tea Party movement actually is the upper middle class movement. As for having lost popular support, the public is very much supportive of the thrust of this movement. It wants something done about economic inequality. It wants the tax system to be more progressive. There is some ambivalence about the tactics of the Occupy movement, and that much is true. But the rest of it is not true.
Okay, so do you expect the movement in the States to intensify in 2012?
I expect it to grow, and I expect to see a whole range of tactics, some of which I guess we could see as more intense, some of which we could see as more focused. I think we'll see attempts to take over buildings which have been foreclosed. I think we've already seen some of that. I think we'll see more of that. I think we'll see protests directed at specific banks. I think we'll see protests directed at political candidates. We already started to see that in Iowa today. I think we'll see a whole range of activity. In general, I think if this movement plays its cards properly, it can welcome a whole lot more energies than have even expressed themselves so far. But there are a lot of unknowns, a lot of moving parts.
Well, Todd, appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Todd Gitlin is a professor of journalism and sociology at Columbia University in New York. Todd, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Tony.
And